It's been a while, but look, I'm not painting. And today I want to talk to you if AI will replace original, individual street art and graffiti. How much will it influence our work? Is it the end of unique styles? And you yourself have seen these truly impressive AI machine learning software popping up and churning out these unique pieces of art. I'm superbly impressed, but I'm also concerned. So this AI technology is of concern for people like myself whose murals are more illustrative, for people who are more street artists, muralists, whose work is narrative and is based on portraits rather than letter-based traditional graffiti style, but I think it's only a question of time. So the apps that are hot in the news right now, generating AI art, AI portraits, doesn't mean graffiti writers are safe, because all these apps are based on Stable Diffusion, which is actually text-to-image machine learning software technology. Right, I didn't know I was making this video until last night, so it's everything very fresh on my mind. Thoughts for thoughts, right? Very cold today. Do you know what? I'm glad I'm not painting at all. I live just by the river. This is River Thames, and I live over there, right? You can't even see. It's foggy as. Let's go inside. And we are in my studio at the folding station as I'm working on my next origami mural, my last origami mural for the year. So I think it's a great setting to talk about tools we use in modern street art and graffiti. In our work, we already use software, tools to help us push street art and graffiti to the next level. Myself, in my work, the tools I use are, for example, CAN's application, which helps you pick up colors from photographic references. The other tools we use are like Photoshop Mix. It's an application, a phone application that helps me transfer my sketch onto a wall using doodle grid. And AI is a tool as well, right? Right? It is a tool, but it's a kind of different tool, because this AI software is generative. It means it crawls the internet and it sources the art from work of people like myself and generate very similar results. As you know, my work is really unique, and I spend lots of hours of folding origami references and lighting them, producing these references. I'm really passionate about painting. But generative AI will enable people to just create my type of work using a text input. Can you create, origami this in a style of herbal mark? And technically speaking, it will be possible. So the question is, will generative AI eliminate the idea of sketching, of designing? And this is something scary, but also it's very tempting. So I'm looking at it from a street artist creator rather than street art consumer. Is generative AI a shortcut? A cheat sheet? Is it the end of unique styles as we know it? Let me know. It will be very interesting to see how this technology is evolving, how it's infiltrating street art and graffiti art form. Will it become a norm, or will it take the whole art form to the next level? So the AI software I'm referring in this video are mostly Lensa by Prism Lab, Avatar AI, and Doll-E. So someone can pay a couple of bucks for the AI to generate the artwork based on similar styles that's out there, and that's a big problem for me. What if I wanted to paint a mural in a style of Kipto or Kid Crayon? Very distinctive styles, right? Remember, today it's portraits, illustrations, but because it's Stable Diffusion, it generates images based on text input. So I think it's really obvious that it's a matter of time when there will be AI that will allow you to put your graffiti name and it will churn out a sketch, a design based on someone else's style. For example, Airborne Mark in a style of Digital Does, or my name in a style of Cantu, or Smo, or any of your favorite graffiti artists. Or Gog. By the way, do you think AI is so smart enough that it will figure out Gog painted that piece with a piece of broccoli? Anyhow, I think you are getting the gist how potentially disruptive this AI technology is for whole street art and graffiti community. Since the AI is crawling through the internet and samples of our work, I have a problem here. Artists don't typically have the time and the resources to challenge those ideas. We are in a very interesting and scary predicament. Do you have resources to try to fight off those companies? Because if we have no resources as street artists and graffiti artists to challenge them, those questions remain unanswered. And when those questions remain unanswered, we'll be exploited. Does it make sense? That's how this world operates. Are you, as a street artist, muralist, graffiti artist, consenting for these AI, machine learning AI systems to crawl through the breadth of your work and sample it? As an artist, at least I would love to have an option to consent whether those AI machine learning software have access to my work, because other companies are profiting out of it, right? Makes sense? Well, this kind of backfired because I wanted to show you the views from the 29th floor by the river. But anyway, it is what it is. Very foggy today. What I love about street art and graffiti, what kept me going for so many years, is the fact it gives me an opportunity to break away from the normality and the bleakness of everyday life. So whether artists will be shortcutting the planning stage and the preparation process, and they will be using AI-generated sketches, concept to just copy them on the wall, I think it might become more normalized. So do you think everyday consumer of street art and mural and graffiti will really care how much of this mural, a piece you are seeing, is AI generated, or there is how much AI aid was inputted into this artwork for you to enjoy on the street? Do they care that much? Is the connection that deep? Certainly, it matters more for artists, for the purists, for people who are extremely passionate about the art form and who dedicated their lives to it. But I think at the end of the day, the lines are getting really blurred. Will you use AI-generated artwork to paint as murals? Because at the end of the day, we just want to paint for fun, right? So why don't you have a cheeky shortcut and, kind of have a mural, have a graffiti piece in a style of your favorite graffiti artist, and perhaps mix it up a little bit? What do you think? Let me know. As you can see, it's quite cold here in London, -2. Let me get ready for that wall for the next week.